What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Tutorials. It is your boy Cheeseburger Eddie, and as always, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. In today's video, we're going to talk about an easy to make villager trading hall, how to get the best trades, how to cure zombie villagers back into the villagers to get those discounted prices, and so much more. So stay tuned, leave a like on the video if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and let's get right into it. So as you can see, we already got some discounted prices, but we're going to get these things even cheaper, and we're going to show you how to do this. First of all, this right here, I'm going to go ahead and give credit to JC Playz. I think that's who kind of made this. I kind of tweaked it a little bit because in survival, you will see that you might have some issues separating the villager and the zombie, especially when you transfer them or get him to transform the villager into a zombie villager. So we're going to go ahead and flick the switch, let them see each other, and you're going to see that he's going to transform them into a zombie villager. And all we got to do is flick that switch again, and it's basically going to separate them so they can't, once he gets cured, he's not going to have any problems. We're going to go ahead and hit him with the arrow of weakness with the dispenser. So I'll go ahead and flick it once, and boom, he has been hit. Feed him a golden apple, and then within 2 minutes of real time, he will turn back into a librarian villager with discounted prices. Now, the cool thing with curing villagers is it doesn't just affect the one that you cured, it affects all the villagers that are near. So as you can see, we now have this guy giving one piece of paper for an emerald. That is just overpowered, so that's fantastic. But now all of these villagers behind us are now also getting affected with discounts. They're so happy we saved them, so they're going to give us discounted items. So the second thing I want to talk about real quick is that you have to make sure that if you see a trade that you really want in here, you want to make sure you go ahead and trade with that villager so it locks it in. So even if he changes into a zombie, or even if he, whatever happens, he'll have that trade for life. But with this, I recommend you setting the difficulty to hard, because I've noticed that in normal mode sometimes it doesn't. So anyways, that's something to keep in mind. Now with this particular part, I'm showing you guys the pistons on the bottom is only because if they're having problems getting separated, you can use those pistons to help kind of maneuver them into different positions. And obviously hit that dispenser with the arrow of weakness, and then give him an apple, he's good to go. Now, what are you going to need to build this thing? So let's go ahead and take a quick look. And as you can see, we need one stack of blocks, whichever ones you want, a couple of stairs, pistons and or sticky pistons, either work, some redstone, lectern, or whatever workstation you really want to use, some levers. You need one zombie, one villager, and then we're going to use arrow of weakness rather than splash potions or regular potions, because they're a lot easier, they're a lot more convenient, and they're cheaper to make. So let's go ahead and talk about how you build the thing. So let's go ahead and start with a platform of 5 blocks going one way. Go ahead and go behind it 3 blocks or 2 blocks back, and then 5 blocks back towards the other way. So it's going to be a 5 by 3, but leave this open to let your villagers kind of get into here before we go too far into it. So go ahead and get a piston. Let's go ahead and put it right in the middle. It can be a regular or a sticky piston. And then you're going to go ahead and just leave the 2 blocks next to it open, and we're going to just surround this thing about 6 blocks high. So we're going to just keep building up 6 blocks high, and the reason why we're going so high is that we can get everything situated, and we're not going to have any issues with the villagers getting tangled up. So now, in front of the windows that you left, right on either side of the piston, you can put pistons or sticky pistons in the ground, and this is just so if they do not separate with the piston that's kind of facing them, you can use these to kind of push them a little bit to get them out of the way. And all you got to do is kind of do some simple redstone maneuvering, just break some blocks, put redstone down here, put some redstone down here. I'm not great with redstone, but we're doing our thing. We're making it happen. As you can see, we go ahead and put it all the way up here, put a lever, and it works. I'm great, fantastic. Let's do it. Okay, so now from here, all you got to do is go ahead and put a lever on the piston in front. That extends that one, so when they do separate, you can make sure they're good to go, no problems. And then from here, you want to go ahead and go inside the build from the top, and you're going to want to crouch down below so you can get these dispensers put on either side facing the pistons. This is where your zombie and your villager will be standing, and just in case they get mixed up and go to the opposite sides, that's going to be perfect, so we have both. And then all you want to do is put some arrows of weakness. Very simple to make. All you need is, I think, a potion of weakness and some arrows, and you're good to go. And again, super cheap to make, pretty easy. And then in the middle block, go ahead and put some blocks right there just so they can't hop over or kind of mess with each other in the build. So pretty much from there, you're done. So all you gotta do is get your zombies and your zombie and your villager in here. So go ahead and put a track down, and all you gotta do is kind of just push them in. You know what I'm saying? And this works for both. You can put a zombie in a cart, you can put a villager in a cart, and all you gotta do is put them all the way in there, one at a time. So let the villager get in, go to the opposite side, close them in with the piston, and then you can get the zombie at nighttime. Either you can just walk them over, or you can get them into a cart and you can push them all the way into the other side of the build fairly easily. Now from there, we're gonna go ahead and just show you guys how it's done with this. So as you can see, we got a chainmail zombie, great. But now, once we allow him in, he's going to be good to go. So let's go ahead and put down a workstation. I use lecterns because I think librarian villagers provide some of the best trades. We got to put a bed down because the villager needs to have this be his home and not despawn. And I always recommend using name tags on both the zombie and the villager because you don't want them to despawning, and it just makes it a whole lot easier not having to worry about it in the long term. So now once you go ahead and flick that switch, let them go over, he's obviously going to hit him up, and it's going to turn him into a zombie villager. And just use that piston to separate it one more time. Put some levers on these top dispensers because then all you gotta do is flick it once and it hits them with that arrow of weakness. Feed them that golden apple, and now you have yourself a super simple curing farm, I guess I'd call it, that's going to end up getting you some of the best trades in all of Minecraft. Now the last few things is obviously you want to get access to the top, so just build yourself a little staircase like so. Don't mess up like I do, but once you get everything kind of placed up there, you can just walk up and flick those switches, and if you want, you can use glass as a different, just so you can look down and see which side he's on. But normally if you already have them separated, you're not going to have any issues. And then you just want to repeat the process. So obviously this guy has now been cured. As you can see, his trade is, whatever it's going to be. Again, I would recommend not trading with that villager and just kind of reshuffling, I guess is what it's called, his trades by just destroying his workstation and then placing it back down and seeing what trades. So this guy, for example, one piece of paper for an emerald, got to keep that guy around. That's a fantastic trade. So once we go ahead and get that trade locked in, or whatever one we want, go ahead and just repeat the process until you guys get the trades you absolutely think are amazing. One piece of paper for an emerald for a stack of, or a bookshelf. You can get enchanted armor, you can get enchanted weapons for one emerald. I mean, this is a fantastic build. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.